What's going on? This is Legend of All About the Kicks. Subscribe to that channel. Put a like on that button. Let's talk about Styles P and Dragon. We haven't seen Dragon a long time. Dragon was one of the dopest rappers in the mid-90s, mid 2000s. DNS put him on where Rodgers didn't really want him around. I don't know what he was doing, I don't know. But DNS had him around, played him in movies, and Dragon is one of the dopest rappers in the game. I feel like his first album was dope. It took him too long to come up with his second album. It came out, it flopped. Then we didn't hear nothing about Dragon in the last 20 years. He was at the Juice Bar with Styles P. Styles P was happy to see him. So that's salute to Dragon, man. I wish Dragon would come up with some more music. I know people might not want to hear it because a lot of these old rappers, people don't want to hear their music no more. And I think that's a shame because a lot of these old rappers is way better than these new rappers. But salute to Styles P. Salute to my man Dragon. I grew up on Dragon since 99. You know what I'm saying? In 99, when I started listening to Dragon, where he did the first Rough Rider Volume 1 album, and he was killing him since then. So salute to him. Next topic.
If you didn't hear the new Future album, you need to listen to it, man. It's a fire album. We needed this album. A lot of trash music coming out, and this album is dope, man. You don't gotta play. You don't gotta skip no songs. Every track is fire. Kendrick Lamar got a little song up there. This and J. Cole and Drake. I don't know what's the problem with J. Cole and Kendrick and Drake. This been going on for the last 10 years since they did Kendrick did the song he did with Big Sean, and that song was fire. He murdered it. Everybody in New York was mad with the stuff he was saying. But J. Cole was like, the hottest two rappers out right now is him and Drake. So that was his response back to Kendrick. I think J. Cole might come out with some bars. I don't know. Not nothing lately. I don't know now. But maybe his album come out, and say what he gonna say. Drake always gonna feel some type of way. He gonna be crying and shit. You know how Drake do. He gonna come with some bars too. But like I said, man, them three being the top rappers in the last 10 years, man. They've been killing the industry, coming up with platinum albums back to back. You might say you might not like all Drake albums that came out in the last couple of years, but Drake always do numbers. When J. Cole come out, he always do numbers. When Kendrick come out, he always do numbers. It's a competing thing, man. You can't be mad at Drake. You can't be mad at J. Cole. You can't be mad at Kendrick. If one of them is your favorite rapper, that's what it is. I mean, a lot of people might pick Kendrick first, J. Cole second, Drake last. Also, might pick Drake first, Kendrick first, and then J. Cole last. So, like I said, they all dope. I'm not gonna say, oh, this rapper is better than this one. I like all of them because they all give you different albums, different topics, different everything. So, salute to all three of them, man. I love the competition. I love the beef. Let it all stay in wax, and that's what's gonna be. Ain't nobody fighting. But like I said, I like the album. The album's fire. I didn't know the album was coming out. Somebody had hit me up and told me listen to the Future album was fire. You know what I'm saying? And Kendrick was sleep dissing, so I had to listen to it. And it was a dope album, man. I'm glad to see Future back. And let's get this summer popping off. We're about to get popping off. Next topic, let's go. Now, Soulja Boy got another lawsuit going on. Some girl said he put pause on her. He might lose everything, man. He might lose his case and lose everything, man. You can't put your hands on women, man. You can't do that shit, man. You just can't, Well, I mean, at least it ain't no rape charge or nothing like that. But still, like, you can't be putting your hands on females, man. You gotta let them go, man. Men, we gotta understand that women gonna talk a lot of stuff and they gonna say stuff that gonna push our nerves, but we gotta realize we got a lot of stuff, a lot of money or whatever in this type of stuff, so we gotta stay away from that stuff, man, because women got too much power. And listen, salute to them. I'm not saying nothing bad about it. They got a lot of power, man. They can ruin your life. So that's with anybody, a rapper or a regular person. I've seen it happen too many times with females relying on dudes and getting their career over it. They can't get jobs no more. Or like I said, in the music industry, People don't want to mess with you no more. When you got that bad stamp on you, nobody don't want to mess with you. But hope Soulja Boy can get out of this. It's gonna cost him some money, but I mean, he got it. So just hope everything works out good for him, man. You know what I mean? Next topic. Let's go. Now, Kim and Mace on their show is what it is. One of the dopest hip hop shows out right now. Podcast, dope show. Now, Draymond Green was talking about LeBron James haven't came on his show yet, but he's doing a show with JJ. He was slick dissing Jim Jones. Him and Jim Jones, they've been off again, on. And the whole situation is why they off and on again is with Cam was going through his situation with his mom. Jim Jones and them, they went over there in G Unit, started doing songs with them, doing all kinds of stupid stuff. And Cam didn't forgive that. But 50 and him was beefing. It was the funniest, one of the dopest beefers to me. I mean, he wasn't nothing crazy, but Cam's a funny dude. So when he was doing that Curtis, that shit was hilarious. But him and Jim Jones haven't been right since then. But they got back together, and then they off again. I still think Jim Jones is still mad because I feel like he think he should be on that show, and he should be on that show. But I think Mace won't do the show because him and Mace they still ain't getting along. I don't think they ever gonna get along. But he was sleep dissing because a lot of people who go to Rocnation, they think they're gonna get a Jay-Z verse, and it doesn't happen that way. Listen, Jim Jones put out the last. I'm not gonna joke with you. Jim Jones been holding Dipset together, and I'm not trying to diss Cam. Cam been putting out good albums. He put out 2 albums and a couple of mixtapes. But Jim Jones put out 3 body of work albums back to back, 3 years in a row. So you got to give Jim Jones his props because he been holding Dipset down with bangers. Every album, the last 3 albums that he put out, all been fire. All been fire. He should have been nominated for a Grammy. Whoever writing his stuff, if he writing down, salute to him. But them last 3 albums been fire. And Cam last album, Purple Haze 2, was okay. It wasn't corny, but it was okay. It wasn't better than Jim Jones' last 3 albums. So Mace and them was trying to clown him, sleep diss him. But Jimmy might say something about it, or Jones might not say nothing about it. But they was dissing him because with Jim Jones went to Rocnation, I guess he thought he was gonna get a Jay-Z verse and all that. And they really didn't do nothing for Jim Jones for his career. I don't know if he's still signed with them. They didn't really do nothing for his career, but he put out good albums, man. And I feel like they should have promoted them albums a little bit more, but they didn't. But Jim Jones still sold albums, he's still touring, but them albums he put out was fire. If y'all agree with me, please leave a comment. Jim Jones was holding, the game down, man. He was putting out dope videos, dope albums, so you got to give Jim Jones his props on that, man. But anyway, man, subscribe to the channel, put a like on the button. We out. Salute.